Hello everybody, it is LaFouilleXD here running the third fight of the King's Fall raid. Now let's go ahead and slow it down here for a second so we can get some labeling out of the way. When you enter this room, you'll notice there are 4 pads total. 2 on the left and 2 on the right. I like to think of the whole room as one giant clock, and the edge of the walkway or the top of the page being a 12 o'clock position, and labeling the pads counterclockwise. So in order, being 1, 2, 3, and 4 counterclockwise of that position. Go ahead and assign 1 player to each of those pads, and then you'll have 2 players left over and put them in the middle. Amongst those 2 players, make one of them the designated pad taker, because one of the players chosen at random between the 6-player fire team will become taken or torn between dimensions. So if one of the pad holders becomes taken, somebody will need to cover that pad, that being the person in the middle that was assigned that job. Now when a player becomes torn between dimensions, they will be the ones running the platform jumping puzzle. And you get these platforms to spawn in a counterclockwise ascending order to get up to that ball that you see floating over one of the pads. The first pad stepped on is the first pad counterclockwise of the pad where that spark is. So in this case, the spark is over pad 1. So the first pad to step on will be pad 2, and then 3, and then 4, and finally 1. This will spawn those platforms in that counterclockwise ascending order so the taken runner can get that buff. Once you have everybody on those pads, those ascending order platforms will be set up for the runner to get that buff. At about 40 seconds, these snipers will spawn outside the arena, so each of the pad holders will need to turn around and quickly take them out. Once the runner obtains that buff, he's going to jump towards the one wizard of the 2 that is praying, not the one on fire. They'll go ahead and press square on top of that wizard to steal the brand of immortality, and everybody's going to head to the entrance where you all spawned in. And you're going to turn around and DPS the boss. The person who grabbed the brand of immortality and maybe one other should be clearing ads, so by the time this phase is over, you can get going to the next set. Be very careful to not kill this wizard here even if you can, because you don't want to kill her yet, because you need to at least get the other one very low in order for this to work. It is important to note that brand of immortality that the runner obtains causes anybody within its aura to be invulnerable to outside fire, allowing your fire team to damage the boss without fear of getting killed. So be sure to stay in that brand until she is done singing, so you can move on to the next phase. Now that she has finished singing, you will move on to repeating the exact same step process. So look for that spark. In this case it's over pad 4, so the first pad to be stepped on will be pad 1, and then 2, 3, and finally 4. Once everybody's on those pads, those platforms will be ready for that runner. Everybody help take out the ads in the middle, but don't forget for the pad holders, at about 40 seconds those snipers will spawn off the arena that they'll need to turn around and take out. Again, when that runner gets the buff, he's going to jump towards the wizard that is not on fire, the one that is praying. In this case, it's the one on the right. Go up there and press square, steal that brand of immortality, and everybody head to the door to DPS the wizard. Now in this case, it's okay to kill this one, because the other wizard is significantly low on health, and you'll for sure be able to kill her then. You should always try to time their health close, so when you kill one, you will kill the next one on the next run. That's 1 down, 1 to go, so repeat the same thing and kill that last wizard. The spark is over pad 4 here, so the first pad to step on is 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. Again, once those pads are all stepped on, those platforms will be ready for the runner. And don't forget at 40 seconds to turn around and take out those snipers if you are a pad holder. Once that runner gets that buff, the only wizard left is the only one singing, so in this case it's okay to drop it on the singing wizard. Now just finish her off and you'll have completed this fight. And there you go, that is the third fight of the King's Fall raid. Now get your loot and get ready to take on Oryx.